Welcome to Financial Friday, where money moves fast and occasionally trips over itself. First off, big apologies for not being on for a couple of weeks. Parenthood is just as unpredictable as the crypto space. But I'm back, and who said it takes 80 days to go around the world? We can do that in 20 minutes. So let's dive straight in with a recap of the last 2 weeks and what's been going on this week. Big things are happening, and I'm not just talking about your aunt's plan to finally sell her 90s Beanie Babies collection. In the past couple of weeks, we've seen major financial developments from the US to Iraq and even down to Argentina. So buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride. We're talking about tons of gold being moved like more than your grandma's jewelry box after a spring cleaning binge. Some banks, including JP Morgan, are taking their gold reserves from London and shipping them to New York. Could this be a sign of a new gold rush or just a little financial spring cleaning? The real kicker here, people are questioning the integrity of the US gold reserves, especially with the ongoing rumors about Fort Knox. People want answers. What's inside the vault? More gold or just receipts from the 90s? Oh, and if I didn't mention, there's a huge push for an audit. And if you've got any gold-related conspiracies, now's the time to share them. The IRS has released something. They've lost track of a whopping $4.7 trillion in taxpayer funds. How does that even happen? Well, you know what your mum says, she's lost your allowance money when you were a kid. Same energy, except this time it's real and it's our money. Meanwhile, Elon Musk chimes in with a brilliant idea. Why not use Doge to lower loan interest rates? Sure, Elon, why not? Who's got a better idea than Dogecoin to fix the financial system? And while we're at it, let's throw in a moon mission just to keep things spicy. Over in Iraq, financial inclusion has just jumped to over 40%. No, it's not a new TikTok trend. It's actually a serious economic development. Iraq's central bank is digitizing its banking services and pushing for more electronic payments. This is like when you finally upgrade from your flip phone to smartphones. Big moves. On top of that, BP is planning to drop $25 billion into Iraq's oil fields. That's right, 25 billion with a B. Talk about a solid investment strategy. If Iraq keeps this up, they might just become the world's next big financial player. Meanwhile, across the pond in the UK, the University of Edinburgh is facing a £140 million deficit. That's right, they're short on cash. Looks like someone should have stayed off the fancy lattes and invested in textbooks instead. To make matters worse, UK businesses are dealing with rising costs, Brexit aftermath, and higher taxes. Just when you thought things couldn't get worse, they did. Corporate insolvencies are up and personal insolvencies are even higher. Financial strain is really becoming the UK's new national pastime. Not sure if that's something to be proud of. In Canada, we've got some big wins and some, well, not so great moments. RBC, TD, and CIBC are swimming in profit. Who knew that Canadians could be so profitable? But things aren't all maple syrup and hockey. TFI International had to scrap its plans to relocate from Montreal to US. Investors didn't like that idea. And now shares are dropping faster than your phone when you forget your case. Over in New Mexico, the state is considering investing up to $2 billion in Bitcoin. If that works out, it could transform their financial landscape in a big way. I'm just hoping they don't lose all the passwords to their wallet. Bitcoin is, after all, a bit like that one cousin who brings chaos to the family reunions, but always ends up getting invited back. But hey, $2 billion in Bitcoin, bold choice, New Mexico, bold choice. And speaking of gold, the price has just been soaring. Some people are calling this the golden era of finance. Gold-backed currencies might just be around the corner. Iraq stacking up its reserves like it's preparing for an international binge competition. If gold-backed currencies become the new normal, we could see a high shift in global monetary systems. Gold has always been shiny, but this time might just be worth its weight in financial stability. Now let's talk about the man who never fails to surprise, President Trump. First, he wants to introduce a $250 bill. Hold on, why do we need a $250 bill? Are we trying to one-up Monopoly at this point? But wait, there's more. President Trump has also kicked off a massive firing in federal agencies. Looks like he's trimming the fat, but let's hope he's not trimming the wrong areas. After all, who's going to keep track of $250 bills if we fire all the accountants? And for all of you out there with student loans, don't think I forgot about you. The Trump administration has recently played some chess moves with the Department of Education, removing key online application portals for repayment programs. It's like getting a hit with an unexpected late fee on your Netflix subscription, except it's your future income being thrown in the air. Doge blocking a payment of $52 million to the World Economic Forum. Who would have thought the world's favourite meme coin could be the one saying, no, not today, World Economic Forum? You can't help but think that Doge might be onto something. Now, onto a little IRS scandal that makes your head spin. Turns out the IRS has suffered a massive data leak, exposing the tax records of over 405,000 Americans, including, of course, Donald Trump. I guess even the IRS is like, let's leak something big to keep it interesting. A contractor by the name of Charles Littlejohn made the great decision to leak private tax information. Who knew that the IRS had a little bit of a rebellious streak? But really, how do you mess up protecting 405,000 people's info? That's a bit more than losing your grandma's bingo card. And speaking of power move, Bank of America is gearing up to launch a USD pegged stablecoin once the regulatory framework is all good and dandy. Yep, you heard me, stablecoin. It's like the regular cryptocurrency, but with a fewer existential crisis. The Bank of America says the coin will function just like a regular bank account, but digital. So, are we about to get into a financial future where every transaction is just a click away? A part of me says, sure, great, let's move on from cash. And the other part is just panicking about where my physical wallet went. And now, hold on to your hats. Bitcoin has fallen under 88,000 for the first time since November 2024. Apparently, $1.48 billion got liquidated from the crypto market in the last 24 hours. Oh no, is this crypto going through a midlife crisis? 1 minute it's high-fiving Elon Musk, and the next it's like, wait, I'm not as valuable as I thought I was? Tough times. Let's mix it up with a bit of politics. Vivek Ramaswamy is proposing abolishing federal income tax. Ah, yes, this classic let people keep their own money proposal. It's your money, not the government's, says Vivek. It's bold, it's brash. And here comes Trump with his 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. That's right, 25%. I'm assuming his thought process is, let's make America rich again by charging everyone else. Of course, the markets didn't exactly respond positively, with BMW and Porsche shares dropping. It's almost like the world is saying, okay, big guy, but maybe let's not slap the gas pedal on that one. Elon Musk, meanwhile, just wants to clean up the government spending. He's floated the idea of Federal Agency for Financial Oversight, FAFO, which sounds like something straight out of the 90s spy movie. FAFO would be tasked with trimming the fat, cutting costs and making sure the government works more efficiently. Some think it's a genius idea, while others are looking at it like, really? Did we just need another agency? Isn't that what the IRS is for? I think some people need to know we're trying to get rid of corruption. Now, in the world of crypto, the Ripple whales have stirred up quite a storm by selling 370 million XRP coins. That's like dumping a giant bucket of cold water on the crypto market. XRP lost a whooping 16% in the past few days. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the whales are billionaire bullies of this crypto sea. So while you're out here trying to make a few bucks on XRP, the whales are out there doing their thing. If only they could buy a little more ethics along with those coins, huh? And then we have the SEC ending their investigation into Robinhood. After all the drama and hearings, they're like, no harm, no foul. I'm sure there are a lot of people who feel like they've just been left holding the bag on that one. But hey, at least Robinhood doesn't have to answer to anything except maybe their stockpile. Meanwhile, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy just bought another $1.99 billion worth of Bitcoin. Man, Saylor's like that guy who just can't stop buying shoes. The more Bitcoin goes down, the more he buys. At this rate, he's going to be the largest Bitcoin owner by next week. If he keeps up this pace, you have to admire the conviction, even though it's a bit like the guy who insists on wearing socks with sandals. And Pakistan is getting into the crypto game by forming a national crypto council. They're trying to regulate the market, comply with international standards, and generally make it harder for people to send crypto into the ether without any rules. Sounds good, right? Pakistan's just over there trying to be the cool kid at the crypto table. Let's not forget about gold, which continues to shine bright like a diamond. Prices are flirting with the $3,000 an ounce mark, and if gold-backed ETFs keep pushing up, we could see some serious numbers on those bars. Central banks are buying up gold like it's going out of style, and everyone's all, gold is the new black, right? As if gold were a fashion statement. In reality, it's just about monetary stability. But hey, who doesn't like a little shine? Now, as if that wasn't enough, we've got critical minerals like the lithium, cobalt, and nickel. These are all spices of the renewable energy world. Without them, you don't have EVs or solar panels. That's probably a good thing. China has a lock on them, and if you didn't know, that means geopolitical tension is about to get as heated as my coffee. Finally, there's a hiss that's almost as good as a Hollywood movie, a solid gold toilet worth £4.8 million was stolen from Blenheim Palace. Yes, a toilet. It was called America, a solid gold throne for the elite, but just 2 days after it was put on display, it was taken like a bank heist movie. Who's the mastermind? Who knows? But I bet the thief now has the cleanest heist record ever. So there's a lot of gold, crypto, and world-shaking financial decisions. Keep an eye on it. It might get crazy, and we're just along for the ride. Hang on to your wallets because things are shaping up. Ripple whales are making waves. No, really, they're causing a storm, selling off 370 million XRP in just 96 hours. And guess what? That's what triggered a 16% drop in XRP's price. It's like someone put the brakes on the crypto party. And when I say brakes, I mean hard. XRP even faced a resistance at 2.32 on the H1 chart, which sounds like a lot of numbers, but just know the trend lines are not helping. We've got a bearish vibe here. So if you're thinking about jumping in, be careful. Those whales aren't just feeding on shrimps, they're buying up the whole ocean. But hey, Ripple's not all doom and gloom. They've been flexing their muscles with some strategic partnerships. They've teamed up with Revolut, Zero Hash, and the Digital Euro Association. Oh, and let's not forget they've made a generous $100,000 donation for wildfire relief. So They might just be stirring the pot on one end, but at least they're using their power for good on the other. The Ukrainian government has given the green light to draft an agreement on mineral resources cooperation with the US. Here's the key points of the deal. Joint ownership fund. The agreement establishes a jointly owned fund between the US and Ukraine, moving away from the previous structure where the US had full financial control. The shares in the fund will reflect the relative contributions of both countries, ensuring a more balanced stake. All investments made through this fund will be directed exclusively with Ukraine supporting local development. Shares in the fund cannot be sold to third parties without mutual consent, preventing situations like the US selling its stake to countries like Russia. Ukraine will contribute 50% of the revenues from any newly discovered mineral resources in the fund. Revenues from already established mineral sources in Ukraine are not included in the fund. The US has committed to supporting Ukraine's development through the fund. Through the details of this financial aid are not yet specified. The agreement eliminates the requirement for Ukraine to provide anything in return for potential future US assistance. There is a section on security guarantees, but it is deliberately vague, reflecting the US cautious approach to making firm security commitments. The deal is primarily commercial in nature, emphasizing economic cooperation rather than political or military ties. The agreement respects Ukraine's existing commitment to the European Union and other international obligations. The deal includes a clause that explicitly prohibits any mineral development in territories occupied by foreign powers unless conducted through the official Ukrainian channels. This agreement marks a strategic shift in US-Ukraine cooperation, aiming for balanced investment while safeguarding Ukraine's sovereignty and economic interests. So, it's all happening at lightning speed, and I wouldn't be surprised if by tomorrow your wallet gets hit with a new crypto price shock, or gold reaches $3,000. Or maybe someone's robbed another golden toilet. For the crypto enthusiasts, don't miss XRP Boys with Paul Brooker and Zach Surfos. You can always find us on charlieward.com. As always, stay smart, stay skeptical, and remember, money never sleeps, but it's probably napping right now after all this excitement. Have a great weekend, God bless, and see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, this is a personal message from me. If you see a video on Facebook, you are following an imposter. I am not on Facebook. I have not been on Facebook since June 2020 when they removed me. Please redirect to watch all of my videos at charlieward.com. All official social media links are on my website. We urge you to stop following fake channels. I will never message you in a video. I will never ask you for money. I will never message you privately. I will never contact you directly. I will never ask you to email any information directly. I will never sell you cryptocurrency or any currency or ask you to open a quantum financial system wallet. Please do not get caught by these scammers who are out there. I do not endorse other truthers so that an imposter can say that I've said this. I will not ask you directly or indirectly to open a quantum wallet, so please be careful. If you want to check out the validity of anything, contact us directly via our website at charlieward.com. There's a contact page there. We have a customer care team there to help you.